Hello, this is Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. What wrong decisions are you now living with? We've all made them, and we're living with some bad and wrong decisions in our lives. The Bible gives us examples of people who made very wrong decisions. For example, Eve, she lived in a perfect world, and yet she could not resist eating the forbidden fruit. She wasn't content with what she had. We often think that if our circumstances were just more favorable, we'd be content. But if you're not content where you are with who you are, you probably won't be content even if your circumstances improve. Contentment is a choice we make. An area where you are not now contented is potentially ripe for bad decisions. With what or whom are you discontented? Your job, your mate, your looks, your lack of a husband, your children. If we don't learn to be content, we walk right into a danger zone where we are most likely to make bad decisions. Sarah made some bad decisions. She thought God didn't know about her biological clock, so she had Abraham birth a son by her handmaid, Hagar, so that she could have the son God had promised her. But then when Hagar gave birth to Ishmael, Sarah became extremely jealous and made another bad decision. She had Hagar and Ishmael banished, and that began an enmity that's caused harm throughout the ages. Her first decision was wrong because she tried to do God's job. Her second decision was based on jealousy and emotions, and both were very bad decisions. When we run ahead of God, we always make bad decisions, and one bad decision often causes us to make a subsequent following bad decision as we try to avoid the consequences of the first bad decision. Many times we simply have to live with our bad decisions. Trying to run away from them usually causes a bigger problem. But God can give us the grace to live even with bad decisions. Sarah needed to live with Hagar and Ishmael. That might have been uncomfortable at times, I'm sure it was, but it would have been a whole lot better than what she did. Decisions always bring consequences, and when we don't make good decisions, we cannot expect to avoid the consequences, right? But we can still live above the consequences and know God's blessings on our lives. So, are you now living with consequences of some wrong decisions? What do you do? Well, first, you own up to your wrong decisions. Don't live in denial. Don't keep shifting blame. Don't make up excuses. Just get it out in the open, first with God. Then you may or may not need to talk about it with someone else. But first, call it what it is. And secondly, refuse to live in despair. You serve a God of second chances, many second chances. You don't have to live in despair, even over bad decisions that have affected your entire life. Start where you are and go forward. Ask God to help you put your past behind you and move forward to the new thing He wants to do for you and through you. Here is an encouraging passage from Isaiah 51. The Lord will surely comfort Zion and will look with compassion on all her ruins. He will make her deserts like Eden, her wastelands like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness will be found in her, thanksgiving and the sound of singing. The Lord can turn your wrong decisions, your ruins, into gardens, and you can know joy again. God can give you the grace to live with whatever bad or wrong decisions you have made, even the ones that last for a lifetime. You can know the joy and peace and fulfillment that God gives and be used of God, even though you've made wrong choices. Believe me, I am an example of that. That's the kind of God we serve. Amen. Have a great Monday and have a great week.